Hi, my name is Kathy Kennedy, and I'm the Trust Senior Outreach Manager. I'm at Bridge Gardens this morning with Rick, just catching him as he's getting ready to sow leeks into the garden, which of course I know nothing about, and I'm excited to hear about how you do it and what the steps are. So, Rick, what do you say?
Hi. The leeks are a popular vegetable, but they are a long-term plant in the vegetable garden. What you plant or sow or plant now may not be harvested until autumn. It takes that long for them to get full size. But after that, in a mild winter, you can even harvest leeks well into winter, especially if you give them a heavy mulch. Um, uh, I've been growing leeks every year, and sometimes I direct sow the seeds in the ground. Sometimes I buy seeds and I start them indoors. You can buy individual plants at garden centers. You can also buy bunches of leek plants online and plant those. Lately, I've been starting them indoors and then myself, and then planting them out, and that's what we'll be doing today. I've been a favorite leek of mine is called Lincoln leek, available from Fitco Seeds. And I've been growing this for about 5 years now. And what I like about it is that you don't have to thin it so much. You can, you can harvest young plants either as scallions or later, after they grow a little bit longer, as baby leeks, and ultimately getting that 4 to 6 inch spacing that's ideal to get good full-size leeks. I would say that in order to get the best leeks and the ones with the most white parts, I like to sow the leeks, either sow the seed or plant the plants at the bottom of a trench. And so I've already dug this trench here. I've amended it with fertilizer. And this year I tried something new. Usually I grow the seeds just in a big bunch and then separate out the individual plants, put them every 2 to 4 inches in at the bottom of the trench. This year what I did is I sowed the seeds more thinly in individual cell packs. And I've already planted a bunch of those in this row, about every 4 inches, to be thinned gradually later. I'll just show you what I did. I just pull these out, and sometimes the thing falls apart anyway. And then just putting that in down there at the bottom. And let's do one more. Maybe that one will hold together more. Like this.
So you're sowing them now about how far apart?
Well, about 4 inches apart.
Okay.
And I may go back with the Lincoln leek. What I like is that I don't have to do any other thinning. If you had another variety of leeks, say King Richard or one of those, then you really need to go in and thin, so that they're, gradually during the season. So ultimately you get 4 to 6 inches apart.
And you mentioned too that the thinnings can actually be eaten, even though they're not mature.
Well, yes, you could. I guess of almost any leek, but you can especially do that. It's especially easy to do that with Lincoln leek, and that's one of the reasons I grow it. Now, I wanted to show you just the more traditional way of doing this, and what I like to do is take the seeds, take the little individual plants, and wash off the soil like that. That way you get less damage to the roots. And then make even a little furrow at the bottom of your trench to get these in. And then take the plants and put them in, say every 2 inches, like this. You can ultimately thin it out later. And if you end up with, 2 plants in a position, don't worry about that too much, especially with this variety.
Sure.
And there we go. And then just put the soil back on like this.
Yeah, so they don't even have to be sitting straight up. They'll just grow straight up.
They'll right themselves as they root, and then tamp the soil in, make sure that they're nice, they're sort of sturdy in there. And ideally it's good to do this before rain, because then they get nicely watered in. But you can also just give them a good sprinkle right now, and they'll be good. They'll be fine.